Black Americans are leaving the U.S. in record numbers. And if you've been paying attention, you already know why. We're tired. Tired of the stress, tired of the struggle, and honestly, a lot of us are realizing that we just don't have to take it anymore. If the cost of living isn't crushing you, then it's the workplace drama. If it's not the workplace, then it's the daily microaggressions, the random security checks, the constant I don't belong here feeling. I'm not saying the U.S. is the worst place on earth. I mean, I was born here, and I'm thankful for that. But let's be real. There are places where Black folks are living way better with way less stress. So why are so many Black folks moving abroad? Let's talk about this. Now let's start with the obvious. Money. The cost of living in the U.S., it's out of control. Rent, groceries, gas, it's like every time you blink, something gets more expensive. Meanwhile, places like Ghana, Mexico, Portugal, Colombia, all of those places where people are flocking to, your dollar stretches way further. We're talking rent for $500 instead of $2,500. Eating fresh food for pennies on the dollar. Healthcare that doesn't bankrupt you if you catch the flu. People are waking up and realizing, wait a second. I could be living good somewhere else. I know for me, the thought of being able to actually enjoy my life without feeling like I'm working just to survive, that was a game changer. When I realized that, I was like, sign me up. Now the question is, what would you do if your living expenses dropped by 60% overnight? Would you start that business? Would you travel more? Would you spend more time with your family? Because that's what financial freedom really is. It's options. And that's what moving abroad can give you. Reason number 2, less stress, more peace, aka no more Karens and workplace nonsense. Okay, let's be honest. The stress of being Black in America, it's pretty exhausting. And I'm not just talking about the news cycle. I'm talking about everyday nonsense. Like dealing with that one coworker who always accidentally forgets your name or thinks that you and that other coworker who looks nothing like you look just alike and calls that person by your name and vice versa, or getting the side eye every time you walk into a nice store, or my personal favorite, having a full-blown Karen experience at the grocery store. Listen, I can't tell you how many Black women I've talked to who moved abroad and said the same thing. I feel like I can just exist without all the drama. And that, my friend, that, my sister, that's peace. Imagine waking up and not feeling like you have to put on this suit of armor before leaving the house every day. Imagine just being able to live without that microaggression or wondering, oh yeah, I know what that hidden tone is all about. Or without the code switching. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Without the stress headaches from smiling through all the BS. That piece. You cannot put a price on that. And I'm not saying life abroad is perfect, because I'm not saying that at all. But when the biggest thing you're worried about is which cafe has the best croissants, look, that's the kind of stress I want in my life. Reason number 3, better work-life balance and career freedom. The pandemic changed everything. It showed us that most of these jobs, they don't actually need us in an office, but they want our bodies here so that they can monitor us. And it showed a lot of us that, you know what? We can take our skills global. We don't need all of this. So whether you're working remotely, freelancing, or running your own business, why stay stuck in an expensive, stressful city when you could be living in paradise for less money? I know for me, The thought of working from a beachside cafe instead of a stuffy office, that was not just a dream. It was a decision that I made. And let me tell you, when you take that leap, you realize real quick that life doesn't have to be a 9-to-5 struggle. You can create something better for yourself. I can't tell you how many people, now that I have quit the job, gave my notice, and now all these people are like, well, you have no backup plan? What are you gonna do? I'm like, you know what? God's got me. I'm not worried at all. Sure, I'm a little nervous, but I'm not worried. I don't have any fear because I know that God's gonna work it all out. I'm going there with a plan. I'm not going there just saying, hey, look at me, I've landed here, now what? Somebody help me. No, I'm going with a plan. If you make a decision, have some plans, you go there, wherever that is, and live. Live. Reason number 4, a sense of belonging and cultural connection. I think the biggest shift that happens when you move abroad, especially for Black Americans, is the realization that, you know what? You don't have to be the only one in the room anymore. How many times have we felt like that? Especially in certain circles, as you elevate yourself, you're the only one there. The first time I stepped into a space where being Black wasn't a thing, I felt so much more at peace. I was like, whew, that was different. Nobody was looking at me crazy. Nobody was questioning if I belonged or what was I doing there. I was just me. For a lot of Black folks, especially Black women, moving abroad isn't just about money or lifestyle. It's about feeling safe. It's about finding places where we are celebrated, not tolerated. And once you experience that, it's hard to go back. And that's what I experienced in Spain, and that's why I'm moving there. So have you thought about moving abroad? Even just a little bit? And if so, what would be your biggest why factor? Drop a comment below. I'd love to see the comment and be able to get to know you better and understand what it is that's going to make you move or make you think of moving. And listen, if you're serious about making a move but don't know where to start, I got you. I put together the Ultimate Freedom Toolkit. It's packed with everything that I used for my own plan to get out of here, but it's packed with everything that you need to start planning your exit the right way. So grab it now on my website. The link is in the description box. Get the Ultimate Freedom Toolkit. It's going to help you. It's everything mapped out for you. So you just have to fill in the blanks or just fill out the sheets and make your move. And if you want to know the best places for Black Americans to move or where they're actually going now, everybody except you, no, just kidding. But seriously, if you want to know the best places to move, watch the next video and it's going to explain some of the top places that are just out of control, just amazing, where it's cheap, you'll get your best quality of life, and you'll be able to just live. Remember, together we rise, and together we thrive. So we can get the heck out of here, okay? Join me, because I'm out.